Antares just released Auto-Tune Vocal EQ, which is their version of basically Surf EQ. Many of you guys asked me to try it, so here we go. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixFest TV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on ProMix Academy, free plugins, special discounts and offers, and of course links to Auto-Tune Vocal EQ. And as always, if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixFest TV member, access the already big and always growing library of full mixing courses on so many different genres, mastering courses, and a lot more. And if the videos are helping you, please consider using the new function down here, the super thanks, and support the channel. Let's get to the video. First of all, I really like the GUI. It's resizable. I like the color scheme. Everything is clear. We have an input and output. All the controls are immediately accessible in the front panel. But one thing that I have to say is installing this plugin was an absolute pain in the butt. First of all, you have to download 2 extra softwares to even activate the trial for this plugin. It wouldn't recognize my account. I had to change password 3 or 4 times and it still didn't recognize my account. It wasn't linking the licenses. It was a bit frustrating. I advise Antares to make this a little more user-friendly because I almost lost interest in even trying it. And the second thing, to even try the plugin, you have to basically sign up for a subscription. And if you just want to try the plugin for like 2, 3, 4 days, how long do you want? And you forget that you have a subscription, you're gonna be billed at the end of the month, even if you don't want to buy the plugin. Which I understand it's marketing and they do this exactly for that reason because they count on people forgetting, but I just don't like this kind of politics. This is, for starters, a full parametric digital EQ like all the others. We have the usual controls. You have your gain, you have your belts. It doesn't have a variety of different filters selectable. In fact, you have the belts, you have the low pass and high pass filter, but it has at least 2 specialty filters. So let's say I'm just gonna do a random EQ like this. One is the tilt filter. You can tilt your spectrum, maintaining the EQ curve that you did with bands 1 to 6. You can see. And you can also shift the frequency, corner frequency here. So this is a cool function to have. And then we have an air band here with just the frequency and gain to boost the very, very top end. But for bands 1 to 6, we have a full independent dynamic section. So we have its threshold, the range, which can be positive or negative, attack and release, just like any other dynamic EQ. But of course, the strength of this EQ is the tracking function, which we're gonna try in a minute. For now, let's just try the EQ in the dynamic section. I'll try on different vocals. We'll start with this one. This is one of Bella's new songs. Is not released yet, so I'm just gonna play you a snip. All right, you get the idea, and as you see, we have a spectrum analyzer which can be off, pre or post processing, which is very useful. And we see already the tracking function on the fundamental note. If I play it again. We can see this line here, this vertical line following the pitch and indicating actually the notes. And this is what is gonna be interesting to see because Auto-Tune Vocal EQ for the tracking function uses the Auto-Tune tracking engine, which is why I was interested in this plugin. I don't have any Surf EQ-like plugin. I don't use those plugins, but the fact that this one used the Auto-Tune tracking engine was interesting to me, and I wanted to see how it performed. So I removed the EQ that I had on our vocals so the track is raw. The first thing that I see here is that we have an input type and a learn button. And we have different algorithm, just like for Auto-Tune: soprano, alto, tenor, low male instrument, and bass instrument. So let me see where soprano is. I think it's a bit high for her because she sings in a low range here. So I'm gonna leave it at alto tenor, click learn and play and see what it does.
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you, you can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me.
Okay, he applied, apparently, a low-cut filter, a high-pass filter, at 99.7, with a 18 dB octave slope, which is, I want to say, a bit high. Which is a bit high. I don't cut her vocals that high. So if you do use this learn function, make sure that it doesn't cut your material too high. And then let's start seeing the EQ, which it doesn't really have anything special about the sound because, like I said, it's a normal digital EQ. So
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. You don't really want to touch us all.
Okay, I'm not a fan of the fact that if I switch to a shelf, I don't have any control over the Q. That's the slope and that's how it's gonna be. I'm not a fan of that. They could have left the Q there, especially for shelves.
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. You don't really wanna touch us all, baby. Cause if you do, I'll ruin you, never to be seen. Living in...
Okay, so as you can see, you can use it as any other dynamic EQ. You have an attack, you have a release. In this case, I'm boosting a little bit of the top end and kind of trying to de-essing at the same time. If we want to be more precise, we can do something like that.
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go. Please stay above me. Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go. Please stay above me. You don't really want to touch us all, baby.
Yeah, it seems very precise, it seems very responsive, but let's finally try this tracking function. So we see her low fundamental is in band 2, around 200 hertz here, okay?
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me.
And of course it moves just like any vocal, all right? If we press track and we engage the threshold here.
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. You don't really want to touch us all, baby. Cause if you do, I'll ruin you, never to be seen.
Yeah, it seems very, very accurate and very, very responsive. I love that. Now her voice is very well balanced and it doesn't really need that cut. Actually, that's the warmth that she has, which compels me to give you the first advice if you're gonna use this EQ. Not just because you have a peak of energy, that means that you have to remove it. Because listen to this, if I do it...
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me.
You hear how thin her voice becomes, just like many bad product that we see out there. So not just because you see something on the visualizer, on the spectrum analyzer, doesn't mean that you have to cut it. This is just an example. So let's go back to a couple of dB. And the cool thing about this EQ is, for example, if I go on band 3 and I engage the track, now here with this wheel, I have the harmonics. I have the first harmonic, the second, third, and so on. So if 2 is my lowest harmonic, I can set 3 in the second, and both will follow my tracking. Let's try this.
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go. Please stay above me. You don't really want to touch us all, baby. Cause if you do, I'll ruin you, never to be seen.
And that's really, really cool. Now on vocals, it happens that maybe the lowest fundamental has too much energy, and maybe you have the same problem repeating on the octave higher or 2 octaves higher. This is cool because you don't have to do the math. You can set the higher harmonics just by turning the wheel. And this is also great for acoustic guitars and bass, because usually you have that problem more on those instruments than on vocals. And sometimes on vocals, this could happen, that the lowest fundamental is fine. So I want to keep the range as 0, but maybe my third or second harmonic is not too pleasant. So if I do that on the band number 4 and I pull down the range.
Don't be seen. All I need is to feed off you. You can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. You don't really want to touch us all, baby.
Okay, in this case, my lowest fundamental is the track, right? But I'm not doing any processing on this band, but I'm doing the processing on the second harmonic and the third harmonics. Actually, I put it at 4, let me put it at 3.
To be seen, all I need is to feed off you, you can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. You don't really wanna touch us out, baby.
And I gotta say, this is a really, really cool function. It tracks perfectly. I really like it. Let's go higher when she sings in a higher range and see what happens.
All I need is to feed off you, you can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. All I need is to feed off you, you can feed off me. All I need is to let you go, please stay above me. You don't really wanna know deep beneath me.
Yeah, it tracks perfectly. You can see even when she changes octave, it's still tracking perfectly. I really like it. So let me try this really quick on another song. I removed the EQ and the processing that I had, so I have the raw vocal, because this one in particular, she sings in a range that it's kind of a little bit boxy in the mid-range. So let me try if I can tackle that.
Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips.
You hear? That is the range, all right? It's kind of like a little nasal voice. Okay, so let me try to track this.
Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips, never again.
Unfortunately, it's tracking the low fundamental, so let me try to go learn in soprano algorithm.
Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips, never again.
Okay, if I switch and I go to harmonic 2, it kind of catches that.
Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips, never again will I let someone in, aching within my soul, tragedy in my bones. Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips, never again will I let someone in, aching within my soul, tragedy in my bones.
Yeah, you can catch it. So if you are in a situation like this where it's not the fundamental that is the problem, but it's one of the higher harmonics, you can tackle it this way. For example, in this case, it's only when she hits a specific note that I find unpleasant, so I would leave it static, but just, you know, to give you an example.
Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips, never again will I let someone in.
That one note here, all right? That one note here, which I think is a D or D flat, so I would leave it there.
Violent with my kiss, poison on your lips.
That one on the word lips. But overall, I'm impressed with the tracking function. I probably wouldn't use this EQ for like boosting top end or deep low end because I have more specialized plugin for that. But the tracking function alone is worth the price of admission. And like I said, the link is going to be in the info box down below. I think is going to be on sale at the time of this video. You also have an external sidechain, so you can trigger vocals with guitars or the usual kick and bass, whatever you want. And before trying it on a couple of instruments really quick, this would actually be the song. Let me try it on acoustic guitar really quick. So I'm just gonna click instrument and learn. It detected bass instrument, which, I don't know how it's gonna work here. Let's try. Because this guitar has a little bit of boominess in that low mid range, okay? So let's try. Nope, it doesn't really catch this because it detects it as a bass instrument, and you can see I have to, if I go harmonic 1, it just doesn't get anything. Sometimes it goes there, and many other times it doesn't. Harmonic 2. No, harmonic 3 is the best, but it's still not accurate on this one. Let me try alto, tenor, low male. Let's try this. I don't know what is going to happen. Still defaults to bass. Let me try to go, if I don't use the learn function, what is going to be? Of course, it doesn't move because it doesn't track. Well, this is a vocal EQ in its defense. On this guitar, it's a hit or miss, but it's still very impressive for vocals, which is what it's supposed to be used on. Bass, let's see how it reacts to bass. So let's click learn and play it. Okay, we got the tracking, so let's start. I'm just gonna put it up to the second harmonic already, if not third, to see if I can catch. Yeah, it's definitely very, very interesting. I mean, this bass really doesn't have much over 500, but I want to see if I can switch the harmonic all the way up if it goes past this range here, this bass instrument range. It does. It just doesn't have much information up there, so if you have something to take away over there, you need to lower the threshold. Nice. All in all, I really like the tracking function. I think it's very, very accurate on vocals. We've seen it, and with the harmonics, the implementation of the harmonics, that's my favorite thing. And I think it's a great EQ. All in all, though, is a thumb up. It's very useful. It saves you a lot of time, especially for, I want to say, badly recorded vocals if the singer doesn't have that great of a technique, or your room has various resonating problem in it, and you don't have a great mics. But there are some things that could be done better, but I'm pretty sure Antares will make it better over time. And this is it for this video. If you guys liked it, please don't forget to leave a like and comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if the videos are helping you, please consider the super thanks down here, new feature, and support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.